It's been a while, hasn't it? I forgot how to do this. So, seeing that I'm back after a very long, very sudden break from videos, I decided my first video should be about my 2014 reading challenge. This is the first year I'm doing a Goodreads challenge, and for my first try I decided I'll stick to about 75 books. And that's a lot, so I guess that's the point of it being a challenge. So, because of my recent hiatus, and I need to catch all of you up on my reading, I decided to show you the first 25 books that I've read in 2014. This book was a Christmas gift from my aunt, and in it I've wrote down all the books I've read this year. So, let's just get started. Number 1 is OCD Love Story by Corey Ann Haydu? I'm sorry if I ruined your name. Number 2 is Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen. This one I really loved. I have watched the movie previously before I read the book, but I think the movie did a really good job of showing the things that were in the book. And all in all, it was beautiful and I loved it. Number 3 is Splintered by A.G. Howard. And to say I'm faithful to this trilogy is understated. I mean, this cover is beautiful, and everyone should know by now that my all-time favorite book is Alice in Wonderland, so a spin-off? Yes, please. Number 4 is The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. Now, I'm a hopeless romantic, so I've already seen the movie a couple dozen times. But honestly, I was actually really disappointed with this one. Number 5 is The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. Yancey. His name is fun to say. And I don't like alien stories, but this one was beyond amazing. I can't wait till the second one is coming out on September 16th. Number 6 is Manic Pixie Dream Girl by Tom Levine. Number 7, It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini. As some of you may know, Ned Vizzini passed away, and he lost his battle with depression and committed suicide. I wanted to read this book before, and I don't know why I never picked it up. And after his death, it was really hard to pick it up. And eventually this year, I finally did, and I read it. And this book made me realize that it's okay to be sad, and it's normal to have a hard time. Rest in peace. Continuing the trend is number 8, 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. And actually, I've read this book before because it was lent to me by my baby sister Anastasia. But I decided I wanted my own copy, so I bought it and reread it this year. It still counts. Number 9 is Blue Bloods by Melissa De La Cruz. I've read this one before. I've actually read the first 3 books in this series, but because me and my best friend Erica are planning to do a whole entire read of the series, I reread the book. Continuing on is Unhinged, the sequel to Splintered by A.G. Howard. Going Vintage by Lindsay Leavitt. I'm sorry. North of Beautiful by Justina Chen Headley. A novel idea by Amy Friedman. This is a Simon Pulse romantic comedy edition, and it made me laugh. Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. Revenge of the Girl with a Great Personality by Elizabeth Yulberg. But I Love Him by Amanda Grace. And as you can see, there are plenty of quotes here. A lot of feelings. A lot of feelings. Rainbow Rowell's Attachments. This is the very first of Rainbow Rowell's books, and I loved it, liked it, loved it. Oh, with so many feelings. It was quirky and adorable, and I can honestly say she's made it to my list of favorite authors. I can't wait till Landline in July. Mary Poppins by P.L. Travers. Travers. I said it right the first time. And I read this because I saw Saving Mr. Banks. Yeah. Legend by Marie Lu. And I currently own the entire box set of Legend, so I will be getting to Prodigy pretty soon. Tigerlily by Jodi, Lynn Anderson. And this is another recreation, spin-off, whatever you want to call it. It is the story of Tigerlily, the Indian in Neverland, who fell in love with Peter Pan before the arrival of the Wendy bird. George R.R. Martin's A Game of Thrones. And this took me a good long time to read. Not just to get to, but to read. And I bought the entire box set for myself as a birthday gift. And I finally got through the first one, and I will be reading A Clash of Kings pretty soon. Hopefully. The Five People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. And at first when I got it, I thought it would make me cry. But as I was going through it, it wasn't making me cry. It was very emotional, but it didn't make me cry. And then I read the last 5 pages. And then I cried. Next book, number 23, is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. And I read this the very next day after it came out. I was there opening day, and I got it, and I read it, and I was so happy. So happy. You should read it. It's beautiful. I can't wait till the sequel. World War Z by Max Brooks. It's composed of very short stories told by different eyewitness accounts. The only problem is, for me, it felt like it dragged on too long. The very first half of the book was scary and haunting and freaked me out, honestly, to the point where I thought I wouldn't be able to sleep. But the other half felt like I wanted the book to end already. But all in all, it deserves a good amount of credit. So, this is World War Z. And finally, number 25 on my list is Cruel Beauty by Rosamund Hodge. And I loved the idea of this book. I loved the mix-in with Greek mythology, which I absolutely love. And it's a very complicated, very weird sense of Stockholm Syndrome. But all in all, it was a beautiful story. Disappointing a little of the end, but beautiful, and beautiful cover. This right here is beautiful. And so, that was my 25 books thus far of 2014. And I will see you soon with a new video. Bye!